Nicholas Smith from DressageRiderTraining.com. Today I wanted to talk to you all about your toe position. So how do we get those toes pointing forward with that nice long leg? Because the key to understand is there's quite a lot of internal rotation required for those toes to point forward. If our legs are constantly externally rotated, your toes will point out. So what do I mean by that? Internally, we want our feet to be pointing forward, and then when we're in a wide position, what can often happen is our toes want to naturally point out. You might find that when you stand, you kind of stand with your toes pointing out like this, but then when you hop on the horse, you're trying to get those toes pointing forward. So there's some exercises that you can do that can really enhance your performance in getting those toes pointing straight forward. One of the first ones is to bring yourself so you're sitting down on the ground and coming into a wide-legged stretch. So bringing our legs out, lift your seat bones up and peel them back so you're nice and balanced on them. And instead of letting your feet flop out wide, try and turn your toes in. And then have your feet nice and wide and let your upper body come down. And keep thinking about turning your toes in. So we want to improve our internal rotation of our thighs, particularly while our adductors, these muscles on the inside of the thighs, are long, because what can often happen is when these muscles here get long, they can become really weak. And so we want to gain that strength so that we've got the range of motion, and so our legs can be long and wrapped around the horse, and then it's really simple for our toes to point forward without that flopping outwards, because when they go out, that too means your knees go off the saddle as well. And if you see professional riders riding, you can always see that close contact with the thighs, and their toes, majority of the time, are pointing forward. And so just hold the stretch here for a good minute, and the more you do this, so aim to do it every day, you'll start to feel the difference when you're riding. So from there, you can combine that with bringing yourself up, and you come into a wide stretch. Again, the same position that we were on the ground, but we're now doing it standing, and the toes are slightly angled in. Then we're bringing our weight over to one side, and you'll feel a stretch through the adductor of this leg here as you bring yourself over. Think about sitting your seat bones back and then dropping down low. If that's too much with you down that low, you can always do it standing up. Use something for support and just gently let yourself rock over. So one leg is straight and one leg is bent. And when you're in these positions, make sure that you really breathe to allow yourself to relax into it. So we want to get the stretch, but we want to improve our relaxation as well. From there, then come down to the ground. We want to bring our legs around, so we're making two 90-degree boxes with our legs. And so we want to aim to have our seat bones tucked underneath us. So what do I mean by that? If I was right back here, my seat bones are pointing really far out in front. So start with your hands back to set yourself up, and then bring yourself up and just adjust the seat bones. So eventually you can take the weight out of your hands, but if you still need them there, that's perfectly okay. But just eventually bring the weight out of the hands, adjust so that you can be balanced, and now turn your body towards your back leg and hold. You'll feel the stretch happening through your hip here. And what this is doing, we're internally rotating this thigh here as we turn to the back. And then you can do that on the other side. So both legs are 90 degrees, sit yourself up, and then turn to the back. You'll always notice one side has got more freedom than the other, and that's why you want to work on your body as much as your horse, because you want to create that balance and turning to the side. And then lastly, you can help your leg position by coming into your pigeon pose. So bring your front leg out in front. Back leg can stay bent if you want, otherwise lengthen it out nice and long. Stay up on your hands and allow yourself to slowly drop forward. If this is your full range of motion, stay here. Otherwise, bring yourself all the way down to the ground and let yourself drop down. So this is getting a stretch in through our glutes, our bottom, and again, so if this is tight, it can turn our toes and our thigh bone externally out. So this is again helping to loosen this area so that you can get that wrap and that long leg around the horse. So combine all of those stretches. Aim to do them for a good 30 seconds to start with, and the more you gain the freedom and the more you get comfortable with them, start to hold them longer for up to a minute, and then start to include them every day, particularly doing it before you ride so that you can allow yourself to really relax around your horse's back. This is what it's all about, making sure that you improve your riding as much as you are focusing on your horse as well, because when you put the effort into you, that's when you're going to be able to enjoy your riding just as much. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you did, comment below, let me know how you found it. And if you want to know when I post my next video, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel.